Right, and welcome to another ASIS Faces and Business Cases. Today, I'm really pleased to have Steve Kenny with me, and we'll get straight into the three questions, which really are around hearing from you, Steve. Welcome, about what first attracted you to joining ASIS.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It's great to get the invite and to sort of offer my input in this. I think throughout my journey throughout ASIS, my motivations have been quite different. I think what first attracted me was it was a bit of an unknown. When I started coming to ASIS, I just saw a lot of my peers attending these type of ASIS events. Didn't really know that much about it, but I saw it as a great opportunity to both increase my profile within the security industry, but really to network with sort of like-minded individuals. And I think if I fast forward 8 years to where I am now from where I started my sort of ASIS journey, shall we say, it's been nothing but a fun experience, and it certainly helped me with my sort of professional development, my career development. And I think along that journey I've had many unofficial mentors that have been from within the ASIS community. So it's been an interesting one, but I think the ASIS was it was a well-known entity that I didn't know that much about, and I thought, for me professionally, it's something that I need to get involved with, and I can't complain. It's been an excellent journey so far, and a long way to continue.
Absolutely. And it's so nice asking that question because it's quite similar for a lot of people. And I always say it was just one of the most welcoming ones as well. And so sort of open. But obviously, I do know you're part of the board. But what aspirations do you have for ASIS, and how are you contributing to the improvements in security, or even yourself?
Yeah, so I think over the years I've done a few different roles when I've been sat on the committee or the board of directors. And the big one for me is it's around elevating the professional standards within the security industry. And there's no hiding from the fact that I also work for an organisation that's a sponsor. So from a brand alignment point of view, ASIS is there to improve the standards that we see across the industry, and so does ASIS. And I genuinely see that from my role as the industry liaison, I get to work with lots of different sort of supporting industry associations, whether that be from a cybersecurity point of view, whether it be from man guarding, and how we can actually break down the silos from all of these little disparate associations, bring them together so we've got a unified voice when we go and, I'm not saying lobby with government, but we work together to try and increase the professional standards across the industry. And we genuinely see that things are changing. The dynamics of the security industry have changed over the last few years, and we've seen it around cybersecurity. And for me, ASIS has been a sort of a shining light when we're talking around security convergence or enterprise security risk management. And it's about speaking with authority in this space, and I think that's what ASIS does. But we need to get lots of different associations on board, all singing from the same hymn sheet, and I genuinely think that's where we're at with ASIS at the moment.
Yeah, and it just comes to my mind, there is a lot of work that we can do, and I know that we get involved with the Security Commonwealth, where we're trying, as all associations, to be very mindful of how we all play an important role in the UK now, and being those voices across these different industries where security is really at the heart of what we all do. So I think that's a really great piece that we're doing, but I do find that I do want to help ASIS be more visual, I think is the other word in the UK space.
Yeah.
So just very quickly on the back of that, so is there something more in the security area that you'd like to hear more from in our programs? Do you think there's something that we could be focusing on, something maybe we're missing?
I think we naturally have focused on physical security and what we would potentially see as traditional security, electronic. I think as our world merges with IT security or infrastructure security, naturally cyber, we can't hide away from that fact. Now, do I anticipate that all physical security practitioners will become IT security? Absolutely not. But what I think we genuinely need to do is make sure that we feel comfortable having conversations with IT professionals, or having conversations where we're talking around privacy and data protection, and what we need to do as an organization to make sure that from an organizational security stance, how they are building IT into their conversations. Because whether or not we like it, like security, physical security technologies, they're there to provide, protection of people, assets, etc. We sit on IT infrastructure, and it's making sure that actually we're well aligned to these new challenges that are being faced, and they are potentially bigger challenges that we see moving forward, especially when we're talking around sort of like brand protection and things like that. So I think, just as an awareness point of view, I think ASIS should speak more around the importance of cybersecurity. I know we have associations that focus on that element of it, and we will never become an ISARCA, and we never will want to be, but we need to work with organizations like that just to make sure our community is comfortable having those conversations, and we can actually support in the space of enterprise security risk management with those key fundamentals. So there's work to be done, but we're moving in the right direction, and we are starting to see it pick up momentum within ASIS, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and we're all seeing that, right, in our individual sort of day jobs, let's say, about that. And I think there's a big part to play there about, as industries, if you like, cybersecurity and physical security really coming together to open up those conversations, because it is two-way. We can approach them, but if they're not willing or able to talk our language too. So I think there is work to be done there. But that's so super cool. Thank you so much for having the time today to talk to me and let me hear about your journey and what really motivates you at the moment. So thanks, Steve Kenny, for joining me today on ASIS Faces and Business Cases.
Thank you very much.